Okay, so we're going to do a quick demonstration on using ellipses to build volumes. Okay, let's see. So whenever you begin a bottle or a cylinder, you're always going to want to start with your central vertical axis. That is that first line that I place before I start building my ellipses. It's the tall vertical line that severs your object in half. Okay, start with a very nice straight line so that your bottle stays upright and equal on the left and right side. Okay, that's how I gauge that my ellipses are approximately the same size on each side. After you've established the length or the height of your object, then you can begin building the ellipses around that axis point. Now ellipses will vary their opening according to where you are. So if you're looking at this bottle that we're looking at here, the thinner the ellipses is indicating that that aspect of that bottle is closer to my eye level. So up here, where the ellipses get very thin, that's almost at my eye level. If it was perfectly at my eye level, it would be a horizontal line, and you would be unable to distinguish the front of the ellipse from the back of the ellipse. Now, as you drop that ellipse downward below your eyesight, okay, you drop a bottle, a bowl. The best thing you could do to learn about this is to grab your blue tape and bring it up to your eye level, and you'll see a very thin ellipse like this bottle. And as you drop your blue tape, these ellipses are going to get wider until they become full circle. And the full circle will be when the tape roll is well below your eye line. And that's the only time you're going to see a circle. And then you bring it back up and it's going to become thinner and thinner and thinner. It's going to reach your eye level. Now if you move above your eye level, it is going to hit perfectly horizontal, and then it's going to mirror the opposite, okay? So it's going to start thin as it goes above your eye level, and then as you go further and further up, bring that tape way up and look up, it will eventually become full circle again. So this bottle, in essence, will reflect. Okay, and that's how cylinders and ellipses operate within your point of view. Okay, when you are drawing your ellipses, so we have them starting very thin and becoming more circular as it moves away from you, you will also want to emphasize the front of the ellipse, not the back. So once again, in structural drawing, we emphasize value to indicate space. We don't really care at this point about value indicating the darkness of that part of the bottle or the lightness of that bottle. What we're indicating is structure and space. So I emphasize the front of my ellipses and not the back. The front brings the front of that bottle forward and pushes the back of the ellipses away from you spatially. I even emphasize this further in this drawing by getting my micron out and emphasizing the front, okay? Now my bottle leans a little because I'm operating in this strange way where I'm drawing around my rigging to photograph this, and that's where I get this bump out a little on my left side where it looks a little bit more accurate over here, and I'm feeling tight on my right side because I'm drawing around this rigging. That's actually interesting. It's like your tabletop where you're drawing is going to have an effect on how well you draw. So make sure you sit away from your drawing a little. Ellipses are much easier to draw from your elbow and your shoulder than it is from your wrist, which is what I'm having to do because of this sort of photographing my work. Okay, hope that was helpful.